What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Shady Spotlight, where we dive deep into the stories that matter. The news cycle is absolutely relentless, and if you blink, you might miss something huge. Well, don't worry, because we've got your back with the hottest, most unmissable updates hitting the scene right now. We're talking game-changing releases, fascinating anniversaries, and some seriously spicy takes that are guaranteed to get you talking. Get ready to be plugged in because the spotlight is on, and these are the headlines you need to know. From iconic music milestones to surprising critiques, we're covering it all. You don't want to miss a single second of this. Let's get into it. First up, a legendary album hits a major milestone, and the debate about its status is hotter than ever. We're checking out some essential music picks that are making waves. After that, we uncover a hidden gem from a legendary artist's past. And finally, prepare for a take so bold, it might just redefine everything you thought you knew. Stick around, because this is Shady Spotlight, and you know we always bring the truth. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Born to Run's golden anniversary, a timeless masterpiece or overrated flop. 50 years ago, a musical titan emerged, forever altering the landscape of rock and roll. Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run dropped, and with it came a wave of acclaim, catapulting the boss from aspiring artist to a household name, gracing the covers of Time and Newsweek simultaneously. This album isn't just a collection of songs, it's a cultural phenomenon, widely hailed as one of the greatest rock albums ever crafted. For many, myself included, it has been a lifelong favorite, a soundtrack to countless moments. But is it truly the pinnacle of musical achievement, or does it falter under the weight of its own legend? Comparing Born to Run to other monumental works like John Coltrane's A Love Supreme, The Velvet Underground and Nico, or Marvin Gaye's What's Going On is a testament to its enduring impact. Even within Springsteen's own discography, debates rage. Darkness on the Edge of Town is a strong contender. Nebraska is often cited by musicians as his best, and The River and The Rising are undeniably seminal. And then there's the commercial juggernaut, Born in the USA, yet, despite the subjectivity of art, Born to Run possesses a unique cinematic quality that sets it apart. Each of its 8 tracks, a mere 39 minutes in total, transports the listener into vividly imagined worlds. The opening lines of Thunder Road alone paint a picture so potent, so literary, that it feels like a scene ripped from a film. The protagonists' plea to Mary to escape their sleepy town, set against the backdrop of slamming screen doors and Roy Orbison on the radio, is pure poetry in motion. This ability to craft immersive narratives is, in my opinion, Born to Run's most underrated strength, even more so than its celebrated Phil Spector-inspired production. Consider the understated brilliance of Meeting Across the River. The mournful horns usher in a scene of quiet desperation, a clandestine meeting that promises change but feels fraught with uncertainty, reminiscent of a gritty Martin Scorsese film. And the album's epic closing tracks, Backstreets and Jungleland, are not just songs, they are sprawling short stories, exploring themes of betrayal and the raw realities of an underground world. Each track could anchor another album, yet here they serve as powerful bookends, encapsulating the album's emotional depth and poetic scope. The enduring power of these songs is evident in Springsteen's live performances, where tracks like 10th Avenue Freezeout, now a touching tribute to the late Clarence Clemons, and the title track itself remain absolute cornerstones. Having witnessed thousands of concerts, I can confidently say that Born to Run live is an unparalleled communal experience, a moment of unbridled joy shared by tens of thousands, rivaled perhaps only by McCartney's Hey Jude. It's this profound connection, this shared euphoria, that solidifies Born to Run as my personal favorite, a constant source of joy and unforgettable moments, forever etched in the pantheon of music history. But is this album truly as perfect as its most ardent fans believe? We'll delve into a controversial take next. What's next might just change how you hear your favorite songs. Essential Music Mix, Springsteen's 50th, Detroit's Finest, and Jack White's latest. This week on Rob Reinhart's Essential Music, we're celebrating a monumental anniversary in the world of rock, the 50th year of Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. Released on August 25th, this album has cemented its place in history, and we're diving into its enduring legacy. But the musical journey doesn't stop there. We're also exploring the vibrant Detroit music scene, featuring new sounds from the city lines, a powerful resurgence from Jack White, and a soulful collaboration between Chance the Rapper and Jasmine Sullivan. Get ready for a playlist that spans genres and generations, curated for the discerning listener. Born to Run, released 50 years ago, remains a touchstone for music lovers worldwide. Its blend of anthemic rock, poetic lyrics, and raw emotion continues to resonate, proving its status as a classic. Reinhart's show, airing every Saturday from 2:04 p.m. ET on Detroit Public Radio 101.9 WDET, and available for streaming on demand, promises a deep dive into these essential tracks. The playlist for August 23, 2025, is packed with noteworthy selections. In the first hour, listeners can expect a curated selection that likely includes Springsteen's timeless hits, alongside emerging artists and established figures making their mark. The inclusion of the city lines hints at a focus on local talent, showcasing the rich musical heritage of Detroit. Their new music is a testament to the city's ongoing contribution to the artistic landscape. Jack White, a Detroit native and a powerhouse in modern rock, is noted for punching back hard, suggesting a release or performance that is both impactful and uncompromising. This could refer to a new single, an album announcement, or a particularly electrifying live set that reaffirms his status as a guitar virtuoso. The collaboration between Chance the Rapper and Jasmine Sullivan adds a contemporary R&B and hip-hop flavor to the mix. Their joint effort is anticipated to blend Chance's distinctive lyrical style with Sullivan's powerful vocals, creating a unique and compelling sound. Reinhardt's ability to weave together these diverse musical threads, from the classic rock anthems of Springsteen to the contemporary sounds of Detroit and beyond, makes Essential music a must-listen for anyone passionate about the art of songcraft. The episode provides a platform for both venerated artists and up-and-coming talent, ensuring a dynamic and engaging listening experience that celebrates the breadth and depth of musical expression. Tune in to WDET or stream online to catch this essential collection of sounds. But what if the very elements that make Born to Run so beloved are, in fact, its biggest weaknesses? Get ready for a perspective that challenges the album's iconic status. Unearthing a lost gem, the Born to Run outtake that almost was. As Bruce Springsteen's magnum opus, Born to Run, celebrates its 50th anniversary, its enduring energy remains as potent as ever. Released in 1975, this album was the definitive statement that propelled the boss into superstardom, landing him on the covers of Time and Newsweek and solidifying his legendary status. Yet, even a masterpiece like Born to Run was born from a crucible of creative decisions, where countless songs vied for a spot on the final tracklist. The sheer magnitude of this album meant that leaving tracks off was likely an agonizing process, a gamble on which songs would define his career. It turns out one song, Lonely Night in the Park, came agonizingly close to being included on the album. This outtake, though ultimately left on the cutting room floor, offers a fascinating glimpse into the album's development. Imagining Born to Run with an additional track, or worse, with one of its iconic songs replaced, is a mind-bending exercise. Could Meeting Across the River, with its cryptic poignancy and perfect setup for the climactic Jungleland, have been sacrificed? Or would another essential track like Night, Backstreets, or even the title track itself have been deemed surplus? The perfection of the album as it stands is deeply ingrained for many fans, making it difficult to envision any alterations. However, the opportunity to hear Lonely Night in the Park allows for a unique perspective, inviting listeners to consider how this unreleased track might have fit within the album's narrative and sonic tapestry. Upon listening, one can appreciate why the album's creators ultimately decided to keep the tracklist as is. While Lonely Night in the Park undoubtedly possesses its own merits, it perhaps doesn't quite possess the same sweeping, cinematic scope that defines the other 8 tracks on Born to Run. The album's tightly curated selection of songs creates a cohesive and immersive experience, each track building upon the last to create a powerful, unified whole. Lonely Night in the Park feels more like a brilliant B-side, a valuable piece of the Born to Run puzzle, but not an essential component of the final masterpiece. Its release now, however, serves as a compelling addition for dedicated fans, offering a deeper understanding of the creative process behind one of rock's most revered albums. It allows us to celebrate not only the finished product, but also the journey of its creation, acknowledging the difficult choices that lead to enduring art. But not everyone agrees that Born to Run is a masterpiece. Some critics are ready to tear it down. Prepare for a controversial take that might just shock you. Born to Run at 50. A controversial critique declares it one of the worst. 50 years ago today, Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run was released, an album widely celebrated as a masterpiece. However, one critic is ready to challenge that narrative, boldly declaring it one of the worst albums ever recorded. This provocative stance comes at a time when the album is being lauded for its anniversary, making the critique all the more striking. The author argues that the very elements fans adore, the harmonica, piano, and saxophone, are indicative of a genre far removed from what is typically considered rock and roll. He posits that Springsteen's music is more accurately described as heartland Americana, leaning closer to folk and blues than the guitar-driven rock of the era. The critique points to the album's instrumentation, noting that while bands of the time prioritized guitar, bass, and drums, Springsteen's E Street Band prominently featured piano and saxophone, with guitars often playing a secondary, cleaner role. The author highlights specific tracks, like Thunder Road, for its lengthy, mumbled intro before drums kick in, and 10th Avenue Freezeout, which he labels more of a soul song. Even Night, noted for its tempo, is described as too short, while Backstreets is criticized for its piano wankery and a brief guitar solo. The title track, Born to Run, is deemed to build without resolution, and Jungleland is sarcastically referred to as salvaging a D-plus album. Adding to the criticism is the assertion that Springsteen can't sing, which, combined with the perceived mediocrity of the music, makes the album a difficult listen. The critic further contrasts Born to Run with other significant albums released in 1975, such as Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, Queen's A Night at the Opera, and Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. He laments that millennials, who missed the peak of the 1970s music scene, might have wasted that era listening to Springsteen, comparing it to wasting the 1990s listening to the Dave Matthews Band. The article even references a previous column titled, Someone Has to Say It, Bruce Springsteen Totally Stinks, reinforcing the author's disdain. The piece concludes with a defiant challenge to any Philadelphia sports writer who might defend Springsteen, inviting a confrontation. This sharp, contrarian take on a beloved classic is sure to ignite debate among music fans, questioning the very foundations of what makes an album a timeless success. From critically acclaimed anniversaries to controversial critiques, the music world is buzzing. But what else is making headlines this week? Let's find out. And that's a wrap on another packed edition of Shady Spotlight. We celebrated the 50th anniversary of Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, explored a diverse music lineup on Reinhart's Essential music, unearthed a Springsteen outtake, and even heard a scorching critique calling Born to Run one of the worst albums ever. If you loved this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more unfiltered takes, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on Born to Run or any of today's stories, and make sure to follow us on all social media platforms for exclusive content. We'll see you next time.